The village, under Hanyard's leadership, is cracking down on access, pushing media at tonight's meeting to the very back of the room, almost out of sight of public comment from residents. But their voices were loud and clear.
You lied to us as residents. You do not stand for me. And I want you to step down as mayor today and save our village from this deficit that you have caused.
The mayor can blame everybody for what's going on, but she has to look at herself. Nobody told her to get on TV and lie like that.
People are probably like, oh yeah, she black. Oh yeah, she a black woman. Yeah, I support black women. Queen, period. They probably feel like they're doing a good thing, getting a black woman in a position of power, something that you never see. And now look, she's stealing y'all money. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Listen. So I've been keeping up with this story, right? I haven't been live covering it, but I've been keeping up with it. Over in Dalton, Illinois, the mayor is a black woman, right? There's a black woman mayor. Black power. And there's a lot of black people in Dalton. And you would think, yeah, you know, we got a black mayor, there's a lot of black people. Yeah, we gonna get some people in power that's doing right for their community. No. Very far from that, okay? They have this mayor who is in power who has been spending taxpayer dollars on trips and nice cars and not paying the bills of the city and blaming it on other people. It's gotten to the point where even the residents, the civilians of the city have been, you know, like, yo, speaking out like, yo, this lady crazy. And there have been some other allegations of other stuff too, to the point where allegedly some residents have called on the FBI to come and open an investigation on Tiffany Hanyard because she is like not accepting accountability, acting like nothing's wrong, blaming it on other people. It's really weird. Like, if you once we really look into it, you can be like, what the hell is going on? Like, how can this happen, bro? Like, it's so crazy. And the part of it that makes me the most like annoyed is that this is a black person doing this to other black people. You know what I'm saying? It's funny too, because, you know, you have like the leftist type people that always say, oh, we need black people, black voices, and bullshit. That's what they always say. These people always try to make it seem like, oh, if there's a black person in charge of something, it's automatically gonna make it good or make it better than whatever, right? Y'all remember the shit with Fani Willis, right? When she was talking about, oh, well, what Fulton County needs is a DA that's not gonna sleep with their employees. It's not gonna be corrupt. And yet, Fani Willis doing the same shit that she was saying that she wasn't gonna do, that this white man was doing. You doing the same shit apparently. I'm not saying that black people can't be in those type positions or black women can't be in those type positions. I'm just saying that anyone, no matter your skin color, your gender, whatever, is capable of doing bad. Anyone's capable of it. If you think otherwise, you're just setting yourself up to get played. That's it. Anyways, let's get back into this Tiffany Hanyard character. All right, y'all ready?
A contentious village meeting in Dalton tonight as embattled Mayor Tiffany Hanyard fights back. And WGN Investigates has revealed issues with the village's finances, and there are calls for an investigation. Jenna Barnes has more on this still developing story.
Another tense meeting here in Dalton. Mayor Tiffany Hanyard blaming trustees for the village's troubles.
Stop creating chaos.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Hanyard at the helm of the village's first packed meeting since Dalton trustees passed a resolution last month requiring her to turn over the village's financial records and asking the FBI to investigate her alleged misuse of village funds. The mayor admits to a $2 million deficit, but trustees say it's millions more. Monday night, the mayor vetoed their resolution.
The veto message is related to the secret squirrel meetings, yes, that the Board of Trustees have.
The trustees vowed to override her veto. One of them, Kiana Belcher, sitting at the meeting with her portrait because she says it was removed from the wall of Village Hall.
And this is just a process to drag it along, but everybody sees what's going on.
The village, under Hanyard's leadership, is cracking down on access, pushing media at tonight's meeting to the very back of the room, almost out of sight of public comment from residents. But their voices were loud and clear.
You lied to us as residents. You do not stand for me. And I want you to...
That's just petty. You put the cameraman all the way in the back, bro.
Step down as mayor today and save our village from this deficit that you have caused.
The mayor can blame everybody for what's going on, but she has to look at herself. Nobody told her to get on TV and lie like that.
Everybody cares about the person that's making a mess.
Hanyard placing the blame elsewhere.
But only judge when you got both sides of the story, not one-sided narratives, which is negative narratives in the media.
Trustee Belcher says the trustees.
So the lie that that guy was referring to, that she went on TV and lied about, I'm actually gonna show you. It's really funny. It's really funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's like, dang, how is this happening? Like, it feels like a clown show. How will someone that's in charge of a city is just bold-faced lying and misusing funds? Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Here you go. If you want to get the facts, if you want the tea, you get it from me. You see me there. That's what you need to do. So all I'm saying to you guys is everything that somebody says, y'all need to fact check, because people can easily tell y'all something, but we winning. They not winning, but yet they spending y'all money. They $2 million up on a lawyer, $2 million. This man went and tried to take money from us, the village. If I wasn't right here, he would have had it. Don't y'all see what's going on? $2 million from the insurance, twice, not once, twice, $2 million. And did you tell them about the lawsuit we got against them? That $2 million, we divided by each trustee. Each one of them going to be responsible for $500,000 apiece. Trustee House, Trustee Belcher, Trustee Brown, not Stan Brown, Tammy Brown, and Trustee Millwood, and including the clerk. All of them. But they're not telling you these facts. But this is the fire that I'm standing in for you.
Isn't it crazy? Like, look how, first of all, she's lying, first of all. And you're going to see in a second. But isn't it so crazy how some people can just, look how much energy and passion and frustration that she's just bold-faced lying to these people. It's so crazy. Because if you didn't know any better, you would be convinced, okay, look how quick she's speaking, how determined she is. Like, okay, she's telling the truth. Like, she can't be lying. She's lying.
You keep on spending your money, but want to point the finger at us. At the end of the day, myself, my administration, we done nothing but work. Anything you ask us to do, it got done. They talk about lavish trips. They talk about travel. That's a lie. Point it out. Show me where I've been right here from Dalton. That's a lie. Show me where I've been from Dalton.
Flashback. A new batch of records from Thornton Township shows the spending spree hasn't slowed. Credit card charges show that in just 5 months, township taxpayers footed the bill for more than $23,000 in restaurant meals statewide.
$23,000 in restaurant food.
Chain.
Cooper's Hawk.
And this steakhouse near O'Hare.
You know how much food you got to buy at Cooper's Hawk to get to a band? I've been there one time. How did he got to a band, bro? Unless, like, the food there is a little bit expensive, but not to where you get a band. Like, what the hell did you buy? I want to see the full receipt.
Then there's the travel. Records show township officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, they stayed at the Four Seasons, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000 for a stay in Times Square.
Do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about.
You think that's really her nose, or that's a nose job nose?
Do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Look.
What is that?
No comment. All right. Any other questions?
So you're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your questions.
You said...
Isn't that crazy? Like, this is a psychopath. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a crazy person. Look. It's like a little kid. Oh, you caught me, but I don't want to say it. You just gonna stare at the camera? Yo, she's crazy.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment. All right. Any other questions?
That's so crazy, bro.
How taxpayer dollars are being spent?
That's crazy.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered
it.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded. So any other questions you may have?
So, yeah. But again, these are things that people just threw out there. The news, yeah, y'all. The news just threw out there. And I don't go from Dalton. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that, but yet y'all put that out there. That negative narrative of me. I'm sick and tired of it, guys. Stop with the mess. We here to do work. We got elected to do work. You guys ran on my ticket, especially Belcher. Ran on my ticket, ain't never won none in her life. Lost every election. She won 4-5 times. Well, ran 4-5 times. She only won with me. Only one when she got on my ticket. Go choke it. I ain't gotta lie about that. She ran for mayor. She ran for trustee. And then.
Yeah, so I don't know when their election's coming up so they can get this motherfucker out of here. But the reason that she's still like the head of the trustees is because there's a clause in there. I don't remember the exact numbers, but the clause, and to be fair, it was there before she got there, but she made it worse. There's a clause where if the current president of the trustees steps down, which is her, the next one will get a pay cut. Yeah, we'll get a pay cut. Yeah. Of a lot, like, so right now I think she's getting paid like $200K or something like that. So the next one was gonna get like $50K, but then somehow she got in, and I don't understand why that clause didn't affect her for some reason. Because they said that they was there when the dude before her was there, but I guess he was kind of corrupt too. Because that's still stupid. Why is that clause in there? So she cut it in half even more. The next person that will come after her, if she gets voted out or quits or something, they would get, instead of $50K, I think they only get like $29K or something like that. Don't quote me on the numbers, but it's around that. And it's like, yo, so that's why people are not running, because it's discouraging. Because why would they go and do that and they're only getting paid like bullshit? Meanwhile, she getting $200K. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. All this shit is crazy. So one of the claims that's being against her, that's been made against her, is that she's been accused of attempted murder. And I was gonna go into it, and I saw this video from Actual Justice Warrior, someone who's on I think he be on Timcast sometimes. I think Tim Pool's podcast. And yeah, so we're gonna dive into. We're gonna see what he says about it.
Is fighting since I became mayor in the village of Dalton. I never thought in a million years that my team, the team that I ran with, including Allison Key for the clerk, would sit here and turn on me the way y'all did. Right, a week, 2 weeks into taking office. That showed me that you guys would have been planning, plotting, meeting. People already been snitching on y'all this entire time. It's sad.
Welcome everyone. My name is Sean, and today I want to talk about this situation involving the super mayor, Tiffany A. Hanyard, who is the mayor of...
And to be fair, people have been talking about her. I think the first person I seen talk about this lady was like last year. I think it was Pink Book Lessons. Shout out Pink Book Lessons on YouTube. Go watch her channel. She's been talking about her.
Dalton, Illinois. She also sits on the Thornton Township Board of Trustees, two positions that net her nearly $300,000 in income, and this allegation from one of her political opponents that the super mayor tried to murder her. No, I'm not kidding about this. This is actually what's being alleged, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But before we do, I want to thank everyone who signed up over at actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Give me the money. Give me the money, okay?
And thank you to the podcast listener. She takes no accountability. She overpays for her police detail, which costs $1 million more than the previous person. And she has driven both the Thornton Township and Dalton, the city of 20,000 people, into millions upon millions of dollars in debt. And one of the more recent scandals that I did not make a video about is the fact that she's giving away $1 million in Dalton, even though, again, this town of 20,000 people with a median income of $25,000 is somehow $7 million in debt under her watch. But we got to go a little bit back to a previous scandal, one of the initial scandals involving the super mayor, and that was her hiring a sex offender to work in a position where the sex offender would go into people's homes.
Whoa.
About 20 Dalton residents.
Whoa, I didn't know nothing about that. Whoa.
And a couple trustees protest outside Village Hall today, furious after a Fox 32 investigation found this registered child sex offender on the public payroll.
A sex offender, you don't give them carte blanche to go into different people's homes.
Now, the reason we're referencing this particular scandal is because the start of this alleged assassination attempt actually stems from this particular issue, because one of the officials that was actually a whistleblower on this and led a protest in order to get this guy fired and actually pushed for the recall election of Tiffany actually is the victim of this alleged assassination attempt. This is a woman called Valeria Stubbs, a retired member of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, who again has had enough of Tiffany A. Hanyard and County Sheriff's Office,
why is the pause button not working? Two cars belonging to tenants, a former Village of Dalton trustee, were riddled with at least 9 shots last July. Wow.
Enough of Tiffany A. Hanyard and wants her out of office, and is actually using her political power, her political influence in order to rally people against her. So much so that recall election against Hanyard actually did succeed in voting her out of office, but unfortunately it was declared unconstitutional by a Cook County judge. And by the way, this lady has some commentary on that particular judge.
The protesters are also calling for the departure of former Cook County Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown, whom Hanyard hired as a village administrator, making $100,000 a year, despite numerous scandals and an ongoing federal investigation into bribery under her county tenure.
She hired her? Oh my God, these motherfuckers are super villains. Yo, why is this so blatant, bro? This is so blatant. This is so blatant. Oh my God, like this is corruption on a wide scale. I don't know any other situations like this. If you know of any other situations that are like small scale, if you know what I mean, like it's a mayor in a small town. If there are any other situations that are similar to this, let me know, please, because I want to look at them to see if there's like how the response was. Was there a greater response from people higher up? Like this is overt corruption. Oh wow, the judge that the criminal mayor hired isn't gonna overrule a recall voting for that criminal mayor that hired her. Come on, bro. And you know what's crazy? I don't even know, but I know for a fact that when Tiffany Hanyard was probably, running to become mayor, people were probably like, oh yeah, she black. Oh yeah, she a black woman. Yeah, I support black women. Queen, period. They probably feel like they're doing a good thing, getting a black woman in a position of power, something that you never see. And now look, she's stealing y'all money. Listen, shit like that is why I talk about some of this stuff, bruh. You can't vote for somebody. You can't pick somebody just because they're in the same group as you, okay? Because that doesn't mean they have your interests at heart.
Dorothy Brown needs to go back
But to be fair, maybe she ran on some things that sounded good to people too. You know what I mean?
to the city of Chicago. Dorothy Brown is bringing Dorothy Brown tactics out here in the village.
So after it was revealed that Tiffany A. Hanyard's friend was a gang rapist, he was convicted of that gang rape, and she hired him without the approval of the Board of Trustees in Dalton, and the public got to see it. He had to be removed from that position. But Tiffany allegedly, according to the allegations from Valeria Stubbs, was not happy with this, and on multiple instances, she showed up to Stubbs' home in order to intimidate her into backing down and stopping the criticism of her. However, that did not work. So Stubbs ended up having instances where shots were fired and hit property that was owned by her.
Whoa. You don't see it though? You just hear it? Oh, is it over there? In that corner? Oh, that's the car that did it.
In fact, 2 vehicles owned by Valeria Stubbs ended up having bullet holes in them. Her home was fired upon, and all we have as evidence for who possibly did this is this particular vehicle from this still image from the surveillance video from some kind of camera in the area that sped off right after the shooting. So we have a situation where somebody who is a former...
Damn, they ain't got no traffic cams?
...official living in Dalton has had enough of the supermayor, has had enough of Tiffany A. Hanyard. She decided that she was going to fight and try to get this sex offender pulled off of this regulatory position, this inspector position, led a protest in order to do so, and she was a key figure in the recall campaign against Hanyard, and all of a sudden she was victimized by gunfire in her vehicle.
Yo, these motherfuckers think it's a TV show, bruh. They said she pulled up to her house. I could picture the scene in my head too, where that old black lady, old innocent black lady, opened the door. Oh, Tiffany, what are you? what are you doing here at this hour? So he's talking all that shit. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Trying to intimidate her. Thinking it's a movie that's gonna work. Like, you a big gangster for, you know, big gangster, nigga. What are you talking about? And the old lady was like, yo, I'm not scared of you. Then boom, next day or a week later, however long later, blow, blow, blow. Shooting up her cars. Are you serious? Shoot up her crib, her house. Yo, that's crazy. It makes you wonder, what if she, like, got hit and died for real? You know what I mean? Like, imagine that happened. Now what? Just because you got caught out for hiring a sex offender. Come on, bruh.
And at her home. On top of that, Hanyard knows exactly where she lives, and the reason why is because she's repeatedly showed up to the property around this period of time in order to threaten and menace her, and in a particular instance, when the super mayor showed up to her door and she wasn't home, her rage could not be contained to the point.
What? Several months later, after an unsuccessful recall effort Stubbs helped organize, Hanyard again came to her property with an intimidating caravan of police and city workers. Wow. Wow. That's giving you know, flashbacks to old racist America, right? When people would want to intimidate black people, they pull up with the police. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't home and they all rang all the doorbells of me and my tenants asking where I was. They called me and told me that there were all these people outside. I called Henry, but she didn't answer. So she wasn't even home. Wow.
Where she actually started...
I know they look goofy, boy. I know they look goofy as hell. They put up deep like that and she wasn't even there.
Knocking on the doors of the neighbors, demanding to know the location of Stubbs so that she can get at her. She was described as enraged, angry, and all that. And considering this is somebody who is a criminal herself, she was arrested in the city of Chicago for breaking into vehicles about 5 or 6 years prior to her being elected mayor, prior to her being the head of the Thornton Township.
Oh, she was 33 when this happened in 2016. Damn, he was 33. You was 33 and breaking into people's cars, bro? What the fuck? And now she a mayor. Oh my gosh, I know she a big scammer, bro. There's this page on Twitter that's like a black girl scammer too. That she got arrested and was facing like a lot of time, but somehow she got off. Like the amount of money she stole was a crazy amount of money. And now she's on Twitter cosplaying as like a radical feminist motherfucker, talking shit on black men and bullshit. So it's funny how these people do, bro. It's the same archetype.
Board of Trustees, you know that she has some criminal affiliations, not to mention the fact that she actually hired a legitimate criminal. On top of that, Hanyard has an excessive police detail that she's well overpaying in order to have control over that detail, and the former police chief, the one that was opposed to her, was ousted, fired, again without the approval of the trustees, and she inserted a puppet in her position. So it's no surprise to me that they were unable to find the suspect behind the shooting because A, the police are spending a lot of time, money, and resources surrounding Hanyard and being her own personal detail, so there's not enough cops on the beat, and B, the police are in her back pocket, so if something maybe happened to an enemy of Tiffany A. Hanyard, maybe that's not such a big problem for all of these officers making all this overtime pay that they would not normally make under a normal administration.
Yo, what's the checks and balances? It's like a complete disregard for how the system is supposed to work. Like, this motherfucker's like a real life kingpin, bro. Wilson Fisk type shit, but like more dumb.
On top of that, Tiffany A. Hanyard has made it absolutely clear that the black people that attack her, those people are actually not really black, they're race traitors, and they should let her steal and loot the treasury, take lavish vacations to Vegas, fly first class to all these other cities, rack up bills, and charge it to the taxpayers, unless they want to...
Y'all remember who was in charge of BLM, right? Black Lives Matter, or should I say Black Lesbians Matter, and what they did with all that money that they raised that y'all dumbasses donated to them? Y'all remember what they did. Y'all know what they did. Oh my gosh, look, it's the same thing again. And when people call them out and criticize them, oh, you're not black, you're anti-black. Come on, bro.
...to be labeled as race traitors.
And that's what I'm tired of. We got to sit here and do these speeches every board meeting, being here to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Ain't even got to the agenda. Because everybody want to say they look sideways stuff, and then now we got to sit here try to remember what y'all saying and then say something back. Just to tell the residents or show them that we are doing what's right.
You're
not. Y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'all.
Narratives.
Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
Of course.
That's in power.
Blah,
y'all
blah,
should be
blah.
ashamed of yourselves. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to come to our community, to just diss and down our community. Shame on y'all.
Now, by the way,
look, that's the fact that she can talk like that and say all that with such like vigor. Like, it goes to show you how much of a scammer she is, bro. Oh my gosh, she's such a scammer, bro. She's such a scammer. And it's so tough because she's convincing, right? To someone who's not thinking, or at least isn't strongly convicted, right? Who doesn't have strong convictions, she's convincing. To think what she could be doing with that ability, right? She's using her power for evil and self-gain. Like, she could really probably, you know, make some change or whatever, or, you know, be a you know, a good talking figure for whatever cause that she believes in. But instead, she's using it to lie to people and steal from citizens of a town that only has 20,000 people.
There was actually another instance where Tiffany Hanyard showed up to her place when she actually was home. She was banging on the door, acting all crazy, acting all irate, and
whoa. That's nothing too. She's a dumb criminal. She posts videos of herself doing the things that she shouldn't be doing, and she says that she didn't do. This is an example right here, right? Hanyard posted a bizarre video of herself personally shoveling snow from Stubbs' driveway. This is what it looks like when you put up on your haters. Guess what? I'm there for all my haters. It doesn't matter. Because I'm the mayor of all of Dalton. The good, the bad, the ugly. There's another thing, too, where in another video that Black Conservative Perspective did, and I'll show the clip, where, well, Roland Martin, I don't know if y'all know who Roland Martin is, but he's a fucking dumbass, okay? He had the super mayor on there, and instead of having an interview that could have, you know, been a super viral interview where he called out a corrupt black politician, instead, he gave her softball questions and didn't challenge her. It seemed like he didn't do no research on her to fact check her, and he let her lie on his platform. So he asked her about the foundation, and it's called the Tiffany Hanyard Foundation. And apparently, it's to raise money for breast cancer or whatever, right? So, I think the foundation was in trouble because they weren't legally, what's the word? They weren't legally like listed, right? They weren't registered. So Roland Martin asked her about it, and she said, "No, I have nothing to do with that. You know, someone just made that because they're, you know, they're fans of me and they just put my name in it, but I have nothing to do with it." Yeah, she has nothing to do with the foundation that's in her name. Listen, if you believe that, I have a bridge and a whole city to sell you. Okay, but hold on. If Roland Martin did the facts, right, did the research and found the facts, he would have seen, one, she posted a video of her saying that it's the foundation that she created. So one, she already admitted that she did create it. And two, if you look at whose name is like on it, it's like her chief of staff or someone that's like one of her top positions in her cabal, okay? So she tried to make it seem like to him that was some random person that she don't know, made it up in inspiration of her, but it's literally hers. Liar, liar, liar. But again, that's the reason I brought that up, because another example of her exposing herself on video. It's so crazy that there's so many videos are exposing herself to and obviously lying, and yet nothing is happening. What do you do when there's a corrupt mayor? What do you do? That's why people went straight to the FBI. Allegedly.
And then Stubbs opens the door and she's like, "What the hell are you doing here on my property?" And Hanyard, which I believe was an obvious intimidation tactic, said, "You called the city because you wanted us to clear the snow from your area, so I showed up personally," which is very weird and very odd, especially considering that there would be assassination attempts on this particular critic of Tiffany A. Hanyard. And by the way, this is speculation. This is the opinion of Valeria Stubbs. She believes that it is Hanyard behind this, and I would be inclined to disbelieve this speculation if I didn't cover a story of another corrupt mayor in California who actually used a gang member, a convicted felon, to threaten and intimidate a critic of hers. So this kind of attitude is very prominent in areas that are overwhelmingly Democrat. On top of that, Tiffany Hanyard has shown that she is completely unstable.
Everybody got a grandstand on their point. And then when I say something, now everybody got to say something.
Listen, to any of the leftists and liberals that are watching this is what fascism looks like, okay? This is what fascism looks like. The word they throw around so much, this is what it look like.
But when I give everybody the flow, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all got the flow. You don't got to respond after me. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work. That's my issue up here. So everybody that made a statement that said all they do is work, that's all they do is work. Anybody that know me, I am a workaholic. We work nonstop. We in this village till 11, 12 o'clock at night when y'all sleep, when y'all at the bars. Y'all.
She's the type of woman that joins an MLM and rises in the ranks. She has that temperament. That's an MLM type of scammer right there. Okay, that is an MLM, multi-level marketing scammer right there. Okay, that is a Forex trader scammer right there. Okay, that is a PHP MLM scammer right there. I'm telling you.
I'm sick and tired of y'all not doing y'all job.
Game recognized game.
Name one ordinance that y'all did that benefited the people. One. Y'all can't name one, right? Because every ordinance y'all ever made was beneficial to you guys as trustees, to y'all attorneys, to y'all. But nothing for the people.
Completely insane in a multitude of ways.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us?
I think what she was referring to in this one was she had something built that she had something started getting built that wasn't approved, and so the council, the committee, like vetoed it because they didn't have the money for that. So how are you approving that? Money's supposed to go elsewhere, and even though they vetoed it, somehow she like hired a whole nother company to continue to work anyway, and then like locked out the trustees from the accounts so they can't even see the bills for real. Which is also something that she was lying to Roland Martin about to his face.
Going through the fires for y'all. We, us, me and my administration. So don't y'all ever talk to them like that. Don't y'all ever tell them that they was told what to say. Because they don't. They got minds of themselves. And they all educated up here. All of them got degrees. Stop it. Stop with the disrespect. We gonna end that right now. Stop. We elected, not them.
So maybe actually going and doing a gangster move by trying to have one of her critics intimidated and taken out is something that is not beyond her. I mean, nothing has shown that Tiffany A. Hanyard would face any consequences for her actions. She's been allowed to loot the treasury. In fact, she was appropriated money recently in order to pay off the police cars, and that money is missing.
In yet another shock to Village of Dalton trustees, a letter falling on their desks dated February 14th. Representatives from Kansas State Bank threatening to repossess 13 Village vehicles, saying more than $76,000 is overdue and climbing.
The Board of Trustees approved payment in May of 2023.
But where that loan payment went that was due 9 months ago is anyone's guess.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
And now those vehicles are on the cusp of being repossessed, and an executive is obligated by law to spend the money where it's appropriated, yet there is no talk of criminal charges related to this. Now, I am super hopeful that eventually we'll get a DOJ investigation. I'm super optimistic that eventually the FBI will raid her, because I would just love to read through the court documents related to all the different various crimes in the lengthy case that could be compiled against this woman, because she's completely absurd, insanely corrupt, and eventually something's got to give. And I say this as someone who has been on this for a very long time.
Now, this is a lot. That's a lot of stuff just piling on top of each other. And I hope, because you know how it is, bro. You know the people that's in the community for real, the people that's in the hood for real, they know what's going on, bro. Like, with the hit thing, they know what's going on. They know who did it, bro. Those niggas that know. They know. They know. Okay, them people know. They know. So hopefully, once there is a FBI, DOJ investigation on her goof ass, hopefully they can get some witnesses that will come and testify for real, that know. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, they seen that car in that camera clip. Police not doing nothing to go find it, because guess what? The police are in her pocket. This sound like some movie shit, like some gangster shit. Like, bro, like corrupt cops.
Who has entertained you guys with these stories, who actually profits off the craziness of Tiffany A. Hanyard, that enough is enough. Like, this woman has to go to prison.
And he posted that video in February 21st. Let's see what the most recent thing of Tiffany Hanyard is on the news. All right, let's click the news. One day ago. Yeah, so the first video that we watched, that first news report, was the latest one where she vetoed an investigation on herself. This is crazy. How do you veto an investigation on yourself? It's about you. How can you veto it? And of course, Fox is talking about it. Here's Fox News. Where's CNN? Where's MSNBC? Come on, bro. If this was a white man, if this was a straight white male, they would have been all over this shit. They would have been think pieces about patriarchy and heteronormative abuse of power, blah 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 bullshit that they always say. You know what? That makes you think. Let me go on Twitter. Listen, that's why I always say them type of people, they stay quiet as long as it's a person that belongs to their group. If they're doing something wrong, they stay quiet. Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. She has a page? Her page is private, of course. Oh, and Wokeness was talking about it.
You guys are looking for me. If you're looking for Tiffany Hanyard, press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. So, what you want me to talk about? This or that? This and that? Or me? Tiffany A. Hanyard. You pick. Put your questions in the comments, and I'm going to answer all questions. Just be respectful. If you disrespectful, I'm not going to answer it. Because remember, I got the tea with the receipts. Matter of fact, if you want the tea, get it from me. Go tell that.
Yo. Looks like a used car commercial. She belongs in jail for a long time. I want to see regular people talking about, not just these accounts posting videos. Like, I want to see, you know what I mean? When her team is done, Mayor Tiffany is going to prison. When her term is done. The question is, where are Merrick Garland and DOJ? She's not a president. You can prosecute a sitting mayor. They're letting them have it right now at the city council meeting. They gonna put a RICO case on our goof ass. They letting that shit stack up. That's the thing. Things that evil people doing evil things, bro. They'll prosper for a limited time only, until that hammer come crashing down. Oh, this is where she said it had nothing to do with her.
But if you have,
right?
Well, what is it now?
Like, imagine if when she said that, he brought up the clip of her saying a foundation that I started. Bro, that shit would have went super viral. But he let the opportunity pass him by because he's a dummy. Whoa. In Angela Yee's effort to cover for a fellow black woman, she somehow forgot Tiffany Hanyard is victimizing other black people in his new sit-down interview with Dalton Mayer. Oh, it's new? So Angela Yee, another black woman, let's see if she has principles for real, or if she just lets this corrupt motherfucker lie to everybody. You know what? I'm gonna watch that on my own time, and then I'm gonna talk about it. Still waiting on Morning Joe NBC to call to talk about #white fear. I only dropped it. This is Roland Martin. This is what these people do. These motherfuckers try to grift about racism and shit like that, and for money, for attention. Ooh, white fear. Oh yeah, they're gonna love this one. And he over here begging for attention. Sorry, buddy, you don't even fit the demographic that they want. You're an old black dude, okay? You're not young. You know what I mean? You're not someone that, like, he's going to play his role, but it's not the type of demographic that they're looking for, okay? That's, you know, yeah. He's more pro-black than he is, like, lefty. You think what I'm saying? All right. Well, that's the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Obviously, we have a super corrupt mayor in Dalton, okay? Villages of Dalton in Illinois, boy. So from car thief, carjacker to super corrupt mayor. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. This shit is really crazy to me, bro. But hey, you know, it's a long video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell down below, and join the Discord. Link in the description box down below. Peace out.